MMH, the home of rock radio.
Podcast Parker for MMH, the home of rock radio, with Toby Jepson from Wayward Sons.
Hello.
And we are at Hard Rock L13 in Great Yarmouth. Mm-hmm. Hi, thanks
Hello.
for catching up with me.
That's great. Nice to see you.
Yeah, so, well, the biggest thing that's happened so far, the awards.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
What happened at the awards? Anything awesome happened for you?
Well, yeah, well, surprisingly, I got the Living Legend or the Legend.
Yeah, the Hard Rock L Legend Award.
I know, which is mad, isn't it? Mad.
It's not mad. It's absolutely thoroughly well deserved. So well done, you.
Well, it was a complete shock. I mean, I was.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I'd left the award ceremony to sort of escort my wife back to our sort of caravan.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a clue that I was going to get it. Ian Richards, who's a friend of mine who's part of the organisation team here, was like texting me and ringing me, saying, "You've got to come back."
Yeah.
Why? Why should I come back? So they managed to drag me back to the place. I was thinking, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And of course, I got the award. It was I was utterly shocked.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful honour, and and I've known Johnny and Fleur and everyone here since the very first Hard Rock L in 2007, because I played it with Fastway,
You
so
did?
yeah.
I actually met you there.
Oh, right, mad.
I was at that, yeah.
It's mad, that was the first one I did, and that was with Fast Eddie and all that, and it was. So I've been coming to this event for the last, on and off for the last 13 years, so
varying different bands.
Absolutely crazy,
yeah.
really,
No, you should be very proud. It's very
you.
well deserved, and it's awesome. So
Thank you.
You're on later, just after 7 o'clock. What can we expect from tonight's set?
Well, I think an amalgam of the two records. I mean, we've only just released The Truth Is What It Used to Be not even a month ago yet, so there'll be a few new songs. We're just easing them into the set, you know. But, it'll be made up of the two records, a lot of the old favourites from the first album, which we still love to play. So, we're just getting rolling with this album campaign.
Yeah.
And we're saving quite a lot of a lot of the new songs until we actually start headlining. So at the moment we're opening for people, really.
Yeah, of course.
So we're sort of
you've been busy, haven't you?
Very busy, yeah, and great. So having a sort of second bite of the cherry at this point in my career is wonderful. I'll take everything I can get.
Yeah, and it's a great band as well. And I was going to say, because obviously I did read about, and I've downloaded The Truth Ain't What It Used to Be, the single you've just released as well with the video.
Oh yeah, that's the title track. Yeah.
So that's awesome. What, Joke's on You?
That was the first one. Sorry,
I've been watching you clowning around on there. It must have been a lot of fun recording that.
I was, yeah. I love making. I write and direct the videos as well, and it's something I love. I'm absolutely passionate about. So. Yeah, and this album, because it was there's a narrative trail running through it. It's I wouldn't say it was a concept record, but it's definitely a sort of protest album in lots of ways.
Oh, nice.
And so I've got very strong opinions about things, the things that I'm talking about, and so I want to make sure that people understand that.
Yeah.
It's really important for me at this point in my life that I don't pull my punches. I'm too old to give a toss if people don't agree or not.
Music's about passion, isn't it? And I think if you're passionate about stuff, you write better music.
That's right.
Whatever that might be, whether it's about heartbreak or whether it's about politics.
Exactly.
That's the best music.
It's got to
really.
be. You have to have something to say, you have to believe in it.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I did notice you've been really busy because you toured with Living Colour most of the summer, didn't you? And then Black Star Riders, and then you're going out to Germany as well with Black Star Riders.
Next week,
and then I saw Steel Panther as well across Europe and the UK.
January, February, all the way, the whole of their European schlep. So
So what about your own tour? Anything for next year, maybe?
Yeah, well, because we're trying to widen our audience. We need to get into Europe, and you can't survive in this country as a rock and roll band just on the UK. You have to have a few other territories there that are working for. So our long game with our agent. Our agent Steve Strange is a wonderful, brilliant agent, and I sort of sat down with him and said, look, I don't just want this to be UK. I want it to be into Germany. I want us to be into Scandinavia. I want to get to Japan. I want to go everywhere we can. So, for the fans, they're sort of saying to us, why aren't you headlining? And I said, well, we are going to headline, and it'll probably be in May. I think it's around about May time we're looking at now, But we have to take these opportunities when they come along, because this is very serious, and and I want this band to last.
Yeah.
And for it to last, we have to be able to survive, and to survive, you have to be able to play around as far around the world as you can possibly manage.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's awesome. So, what are you most excited about with the stuff that you've got booked in?
Well, you know what? I'm rediscovering what it's like to tour on a kind of long-term basis, because with the Little Angels, we toured. Endlessly.
Yeah.
We never stopped, and you kind of get into a rhythm with it. You get into a groove, and you get your gig legs, and it takes a couple of weeks, and then once you hit a plateau, you sort of cruise all the way through the rest of it. Whereas actually, in recent years, I think with a lot of bands, what happens is you play a couple of weeks and you take a month off and there's nothing going on because it's hard to tour. Yeah. It's expensive to tour. Unless you're very successful and you're making a lot of money, it's very difficult to do it. So it often is these days in sort of short bursts, Yeah. But, we're fortunate that we've got a lot of support and we've got a great label and there's a lot of people behind us. So I'm starting to enjoy that feeling of getting on the road all the time. I mean, we've been home for a week or so now. We've come back to do this. We go into Germany on Monday. We're out for 2.5 weeks, and then we will take Christmas off. But then January onwards, right through to the summer, we're starting to be offered all the festivals now. So I think we'll come off the back of that and into our own tour, headlining hopefully May. And then into the festivals, and there you go, Oh
God, so basically lots to be excited about.
Yeah,
and
tons.
maybe not one
specific thing.
Just
no.
everything. Getting out and enjoying it.
Every show I do, I love it, and it's just another great thing to do. It's like I'm stepping on stage for the first time every time.
Do you know what it shows though? And again, that's what audiences love. So not only the passion in what you write, but you bring it to the stage, you bring it live, and that's why people will come and support you over and over again. Because if you're enjoying it, we'll enjoy it.
That's true. That's
definitely.
Good way of putting it.
So all right then. So what's currently on your playlist? Are there any bands you're excited about?
I really love the Struts.
Okay.
I love the Struts. They're not to everyone's cup of tea, and I know all the comparisons with Freddie Mercury and all that with that guy, the singer guy, it was all very relevant, but I just think he's a genuinely talented entertainer. Yeah. And I really enjoy watching him, and they're a band I would love us to play with, I really would. And so I'm really enjoying that. There's lots of stuff out there. I mean, we've been touring with Stone Broken, and it's great to see young bands coming through. I mean, I'm an old fart, but it's all these young bands coming through. There's a whole vast array of new music, and that's exciting to see.
It's incredible, actually, isn't it? I didn't think it was going to last as long as this. I thought because things are cyclical, but I can't see the end. It's just brilliant.
Well, it's great because with things like Hard Rock Hell and a lot of the little labels around Europe, that are supporting the bands, including our own Earache, and there's some great people out there. It's grassroots again. It's gone back to the grassroots. It's gone underground again, which is actually the way it survives because you build an audience like that. So I mean, as long as the music's strong enough, it will always survive.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, then. Here's one for you. Have you ever met any of your musical heroes? Has anyone actually made you starstruck?
Oh God, so many times. Yeah. I mean, I've met just about all of them. The only guy I didn't meet was Freddie Mercury, who was and David Bowie. They're like two absolute icons to me, and I didn't meet either of them.
I know they would have been on my list as well.
But no, everybody else. I mean, I met Brian May. Backstage at when Little Angels played Milton Keynes Bowl with ZZ Top, I think it was. And
I was at that gig.
Oh, were
1991.
Yeah. And we had a beer tent because our record label Polydor put a beer tent on for us, and I was so nervous about meeting him, but and they told me he was coming. And I met him back in the backstage area, and it's one of those moments where I was like a rabbit in the headlights, And I think I said to him something like, do you come here often? Or something ridiculous, And he sort of looked at me like I was gone out, and I felt completely embarrassed. It was, something stupid. I think I said, you're the reason I got into rock and roll, and the whole thing went wrong.
Basically that old chestnut
made
again.
a total idiot out of myself. But he was lovely, and But I've met a lot of people. I mean, I met and worked with Bryan Adams quite a lot, and Bryan's a real big hero of mine. That simple song, pop rock sensibility he's always written. I've always been a big fan of that, and got to know Bryan very, very well, and he's one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life.
Oh, no, that's cool. I love that. Well, weirdly, I probably got starstruck when I first met you in that Hard Rock Hell 2007, because I had to get my friend to go over and say, my friend would like to have a photo taken with you.
Well, that's very, very kind, Caroline.
So enjoy
an old fella feel very, very, needed.
All right, I've got some silly questions if you're up for them. So these are a little bit different. No okay. Where shall I go with this? I'm going to go with this one. You find a genie in a lamp, you get one wish, you can't ask for shitloads of money. What would it be?
What would it be? It would be for us all on the planet to be equal.
A kind wish. I'm getting a few kind wishes. I get some people who give us the most ridiculous answers, but that's a kind one. I like that. You probably get an extra wish for that as well, wouldn't you? Yeah, equal's good. Although I got accused of being a little bit too communist when I said I wanted everyone to be equal. It's all a bit wrong, I know.
That's not communist, is it? That's just humanist,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's just weird. I think so. Yeah. That's what I meant by it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, you're stranded on a desert island. What are you missing most?
Goodness me. What would I miss most? If I couldn't have anything at all, probably books.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer. Okay. What would be the worst thing that could happen to you on stage in front of an audience?
Fall over. Yeah. And I've done it several times, believe me, so I've got that experience.
How spectacular, though.
Oh, honestly, we played on the second big UK tour that Little Angels did at City Hall level.
Yeah.
We played Bradford St George's Hall, and I was so excited to get on the stage that I ran down this ramp at the beginning of the first song and tripped arse over tit and rolled off the stage.
Oh, my God.
And I could hear the audience laughing above the PA. Now, that was hard to recover from, believe me.
When was that?
That would have been probably 1991.
So before we all had videos on our phones
God, yeah,
and
thank
stuff.
God for that.
So, yeah,
thank God for that.
Because otherwise that would be all over YouTube
Oh, totally,
now.
yeah. Oh, I made a complete fool of myself, yeah.
I always think that would happen to me. Slippy shoes or something. I'd be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, so Being As the Dirt was released earlier this year from Motley Crue. If there was going to be a story of your life, who would play you?
Goodness me, now that's a hard one.
It is hard. I should give people warning about that one.
I would hope someone really devastatingly handsome.
Obviously.
And
go for Brad
eloquent.
Pitt, why not?
I don't know. Goodness me, Jack Black.
That's a great one. I don't think you look at anything like each other,
but he's funny.
But he is hilarious.
He's hilariously funny.
Yeah,
I would hope
definitely.
people think I'm funny too.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a great one, definitely. All right, so final question then. What would be the ultimate bucket list dream achievement for the band or for you as a musician? You can go as large or weird as you want. You don't have to stay within the realms of realism.
Okay. I mean, I'm quite realistic about my life generally, so I'll stick with realism.
So you're grounded.
I've got a plan,
and
I've already told Steve that I want Wayward Sons to end up headlining Hammersmith Hollow.
Okay.
And he says that's a tall order, and I'm saying it's achievable. So I've got a bit of a bet with him, but that would be my wish, that we can get to that level again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's a lovely one.
Yeah.
That sounds achievable to me. So you could have said anything. You could have said like.
No, because I think at the end of the day, in this business, especially in this business, you've got to be realistic because that's where the business has gone.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of times I meet young bands and they say they've only been together 6 months and they can't understand why they aren't headlining Download. Is ridiculous. So. I'm more akin to the idea that you've got to be realistic and approach it from a kind of just a naturalistic point of view. Allow things to roll out and hope things happen. You know.
Yeah. No, thank you. That's been great.
Okay.
Thank you. I am Kaz Parker with Toby Jepson of Wayward Sons for MMH, the home of rock radio here at Hard Rock Hell.
Thank you for listening.
MMH, the home of rock radio.